Yo, what is going on? This is ThatGuyFace for Face the Music Media. We are here with another video. In this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through how you can make a nice sounding synth sound with any synth. Regardless, I'm going to show you some techniques that you can use with Operator, which is a stock plugin here in Ableton Live. So let's jump into it. I'm going to pull in Operator. With most of your synths, I would always start off with turning down the actual overall volume. Now, the reason why you want to turn the actual source of the instrument down is to have the correct gain staging, and that helps big time with your mix. So these are your oscillators here. I'm going to turn these two off. Now, I'm not going to run through and explain every aspect of the synth and what it does. I'm just going to show you how you can make some dope sounds real quick so you can just jump in there and get into it. Now, we have the first oscillator here. We'll start off with A. As you can see, it's set to -12. Let's go ahead and play a note and see what it sounds like. So right now, this is the actual wave type here. This is all your settings for your oscillator. So when you click on oscillator, you'll see all the different types of waves that you can choose here. We'll start out with saw D. Actually, we'll use saw D for both of them. And what I'm going to do is a little trick that I love to do on all my synth sounds. Not all of them, but a lot of them I do because it creates movement and extra layer of texture and depth to the sound. So I'll show you that here in a second. But we'll start off with saw D. Now, what we want to do is come up here to oscillator B and choose saw D. So let's play that and see what it sounds like. So let's go ahead and go up here to the oscillator B, turn that up so you can hear the sound. I'm going to turn it to about 25. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take this fine control here and I'm going to hold the shift key and I'm going to go up one at a time and just take a listen. So as you can hear, it just creates a little slight movement. So what I like to do is to come over to the LFO and activate that by clicking here. If you click here, you can modulate the filter. So we'll go ahead and click there. I'm going to bring the rate down to about 20 and the amount to about 4 because I want it to just slightly move. I don't want it to move too much. For destination B, we're going to choose filter frequency. Now, what we need to do is come over here to the filter, and I like PRD, which is based on the Moog filter. So I'm going to boost the resonance a little bit, and then I'm going to sweep through the frequencies and take a listen. So what I like to do is go here to the filter drive because it creates a very interesting sound when you drive the filter. So I'm going to go down to the shaper and select hard, and I'm going to boost that a little bit. So I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a listen. So now I'm going to boost this frequency velocity and then the shape drive as well. So let's go ahead and boost that a little bit. What I'm going to do is reduce the volume some more. Cool. So we got something sounding pretty good so far. So you hear how when you sweep through, you can hear these little harmonics. when you just slowly sweep through the frequency. You gotta love it. So what I like to do after that is I'll go and put a delay on it. I'm gonna turn the dry wet down. So I like to put on the input drive, and I'll turn on the feedback inversion, and then bring the feedback down a little bit. Bring the time to about, let's do 1/4 for quarter notes. So already we're getting something dope here. So let's unlink that. I'm gonna take that to 1/2 and see what that sounds like. So let's take that feedback down a little bit more, just so it can just, you know, delay a couple times and then back off. So let's take a listen to the reverb and see what that sounds like. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna turn this reverb down some because I'm not feeling that for this sound. Matter of fact, I can turn that all the way off. I'm gonna bring the delay down some more, and let's go ahead and filter out some of the delay so we kind of knock out some of that low end. Nice. What I'll do is, since I didn't like that reverb, I'm gonna come over here and grab a plate reverb that I love from Arturia that during the holiday season they were giving away for free. So let's take a listen. So I'm gonna go in further and let's put some pre-delay on it and a filter to kind of knock some of the bottom end off of the reverb so it's not muddy. We'll do some modulation here to modulate post, so that means after the reverb, so it'll modulate the reverb and not just the sound going into the reverb. Let's go ahead and boost the amount. Let's take a listen to that. Love that. Okay, so another thing I like to do with the reverb is to kind of find the sweet spots in the reverb frequency. So to do that, let's go over here to this post equalizer. What we'll do is boost the gain first, and then we'll sweep through the frequency to see which ones sound good. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so let's go to the next frequency band and let's boost that, and then we'll sweep through the frequencies. Yeah. Bring that gain back down. Nice. So I'm gonna bring up the decay time just a little bit more and bring the wet dry down. I'm gonna boost the drive a little bit. Let's see what that sounds like. Nice. So I'm gonna back off the drive just a little bit. Okay, so what I like to do next, once I get the reverb on there, to give it another layer of texture, I'm gonna go with the Erosion plugin, which is a stock Ableton plugin. So let's take a listen to that and see what it sounds like. Just boost the amount. And let's take the frequency up a little bit. Now let's sweep through the frequencies. Yeah, when it starts to talk and start to kind of a little low-key sing, you back it off a lot. So I like to have just a very little bit of the erosion because you don't want it to like ruin the sound. So you just want it to more be felt than actually heard. So we'll keep it nice and subtle. Now we're talking. So let's go ahead and minimize these. Now the next plugin I like to use is a plugin by Softube called Tape. There's a couple functions in this plugin that I love for like the lo-fi sound and creating movement. So let's go ahead and take the tape speed down to, actually we'll take it down to 3%. Let's play that back and hear what it sounds like. Nice. Now, let's go over here and click on remote control. Now, this is the part where it gets fun with tape. So basically, I like to take this high frequency trim, and depending on the sound, you can either trim it. If it's got too much high end, you can go and remove some of that, or if it's not enough, you can boost this. I'm gonna boost it and see what it sounds like, and then I'm gonna boost the crosstalk. So let's take a listen. So you can kind of start to hear the little subtle nuances that you didn't notice before kind of stand out a little bit more. Not much, but just a little bit. So then what I like to do is go to the speed stability and give it some wobble. And I like to back it off to about 12 o'clock because I don't want it to be necessarily heard. I just want it to be felt more than heard. Nice. Now here's another function that I love of the tape plugin. You can create this natural flange from backing off the wet percentage. And you can, add more wet to take away from the flange effect, or you can reduce it even more to get a deeper effect. So like I said, I like to keep it subtle. So we'll make it subtle. As you can see, we are getting some really nice sounds out of this thing. And this is just the stock operator plugins. So what I like to do next is actually do some automation. So basically what you can do is you can hit Command M, and any control that you want to automate, you just click it, and then you turn the control that you want to use to control that control. I want to control the rate. I want to control the amount. I want to control the frequency, the resonance. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and go with the spread. Let's go with the tune. And I think that's good enough. So you hit Command M. So now let's take a listen and let's just automate some of these parameters and just, you know, really create some texture with this thing. So let's take a listen. All of these techniques can be applied, like I said, to any synth. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, leave some comments. What are some of the techniques that you like to use when you're creating sounds? Or, you know, what are some of the things that you like to do that differentiate you from every other producer? So let me know down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, like, and stay tuned. Again, this is ThatGuyFace with VST Music Media. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man.